him. He keep trying to use me for his trickery and plays. I fall for him every time. This is about the third, fourth time. Attorney called me. Nigga, you know I'm gonna get the content and put you on blast.
Thank you. I got you on the landline.
All right.
The attorney called me. Come on, man. The attorney called Wicked100. Man, ain't no damn attorney calling this dude. Straight up. Ain't no attorney calling him.
It tends to work better for me. As I said, I'm going to record this call just so that I have accurate notes of what you say, and then I don't have to stop the rest of the time.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so what the government is claiming, this is from an FBI affidavit that was filed in court. They say that the statements that Luce made about Henley and Grid and all that stuff and getting $40,000 and giving 20 of it back was of a robbery.
Now, mind you, these are the statements that Wicked100 made. Yeah, him and Luce Cannon was talking about this shit. This wasn't just no Luce Cannon talking about this. Wicked100 was talking about it right along with his ass.
Henley robbed this guy Monster, who was running a drug dispensary, and then gave him part of it back. And they claim that that's what this conversation was all about.
Well, the thing about it is this.
And let's keep it a buck. He's talking about the attorney called him, right? Why wouldn't the attorney reference to all these people by their government name? The attorney said Luce Cannon. Hold up. The nigga's name is Termaine Williams. Why wouldn't the attorney say Mr. Williams? Termaine Williams. He gonna say Luce Cannon? Fuck out of here, you noodle.
The conversation that Luce Cannon was having, because he said a bunch of things. I think it was something in the ballpark of dude collecting guns or passing out guns and writing down serial numbers. That's the grid program side of it.
Right. What did you understand Luce to be talking about?
Well, that part he was saying that he saw Big U passing out guns to his homeboys, and but he was writing out serial numbers off the guns. That's what he's saying he saw, which that's some crazy shit. But I do know the grid program because we're the one broke the story of Big U being part of the grid program, which says you turn in guns, detailed hot spots in the neighborhood, gang-related situations, so on and so forth. So everything else Luce was talking about, you got to remember, Luce Cannon is known. We bring him on shows because we know he's going to lie. We don't bring him on shows because he's telling the truth.
Now, we already know who said that they provide the straps to the Crips, right? We know that, right? Who said they was going to provide the straps to the Crips, right? Everybody knows that. Wicked100. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. Fufafi with it, Wicked 100. Straight Fufafi.
We bring him on shows to hear the lies he's gonna tell. That's like a comedian. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. But I just want to know what you understood him to be talking about. Because
I heard what everybody else heard. He was telling the story of an incident that happened, and he said something like that they left with one amount of money, and they was asked to give up some of the amount of money, and dude gave it back to somebody. I mean, but like I said, bro, like Luce Cannon is known. Like you hire a comedian to come make you laugh, we bring him on platforms expecting 1 million lives.
But this is the same person that said he was on the line and the feds had to call and Luce Cannon was done. See, he trying to get from under his position in the situation. Negative.
I know the nigga personally. I know Wicked100. I know him. Get been with him. He was just on my phone. Yeah, I know him. I know the nigga. Nigga named Dale. They call him Monster. Nigga do weed and drip and he book shows. I know the nigga. Now Luce is all the way up. Luce up because they was both just on my phone in October. And Dale was working all the way up into March 15th. March 14th was letting me know when they was having that phone call, Dale's phone was hot. So, yes, I got the whole call. Bad mother's bad business. I said, thought about it. I said, them niggas just called me in October. Twice. October 14th, October 15th. And these niggas was having this conversation. Dale said he had to turn himself in December. He said, what? Big U's hot. He working. I'm not going to lie. He admitted it. I worked. I told him Big U been extorting that nigga. Whack, when I did business with you, it was real business. Even when I owed your people, shut down to me, it was fair business. We made a deal, we negotiated, you shook hands, you left me with the people. Whenever I sent you money to deliver orders, you always deliver. But these niggas want to come over here playing with me, right? And him and Luce got to talking about whatever they was talking about. Thinking about it is like, yeah, this is going to turn out tough because they was just on my phone in October and Dale and Luce Cannon was wide open with their conversation.
We all know Wicked100 line this shit all the way up. Yeah, we not falling for this fake stuff that he got going on here. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button.
We don't, we listen to him. And we'll help him keep the lie going because it's just content. This is YouTube, bro.
Well, whether it was what I understand him to be talking about, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Henley was scamming the city by going out and picking up guns from gang members that he could turn in for money, and then he was giving half the money back to the gang members who gave him the gun. So
I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. That's a whole nother thing because I thought he mentioned somewhere else. I don't know.
What? Come on, man. Ain't nobody believe that, man. Hey, listen. I don't believe Big U was picking up no straps and turning them in for no damn money. Yeah, hell no. Yeah, I don't believe that. Straight up. Like, who wants to go collect the straps to turn them in? Like, all right, y'all go find them. Fuck, I'm telling nigga, yo, bring me the strap so I can take it to the people. What? Yeah, all right. Fuck out of here. Noodle. Shit's crazy.
I don't know.
Well,
I wouldn't know if Big U. I wouldn't know if Big U got paid for guns. We know he was in the party of things, so I don't know because I thought he said he watched them write down the serial numbers and pass them out. So if he's passing out the guns, then that means he doesn't have them to turn in to the city. So that doesn't make. But again, this is loose cannon. Like, you know, dude just says shit. Like, think about it. If he's writing down serial numbers and passing them out, that paints the picture that he's keeping the serial numbers to turn into law enforcement. So when this gun is used, law enforcement knows who had the gun. That's what we heard. Now, you're saying he collected the guns to go turn them in. So, I mean, you know, the whole story to us was a hoax. We didn't put no time or thought into it.
What my understanding is, what Luce was referring to was that Henley got paid by the city for the guns. That was part of his compensation.
What did Luce tell you? Is that what he?
Like, come on. This is another call like the fake call from the FBI lady. This is a fake attorney. Straight up. It's another Fufafi call. He said, now my understanding is everything they're saying, Big U did this and Big U the one with his life on the line. And they all acting like Big U was, no, Wicked100 is acting like Big U was the one cooperating. He's the one looking at 700 years. And they sitting there acting like this is a fake lawyer. Wicked100's Fufafi, and they acting like Big U is the one that was providing the straps to the cops, and he's the one telling. This shit wild, man. Nobody believes this Wicked100. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, man.
I'm telling you?
That's what he said. He was referring to that and the fact that Henley would turn around and give half the money back to the guys, the gang members who gave him the guns in the first place. So they got a cut.
So what I'm trying to understand, Luce Cannon is saying Big U will collect the guns out the streets, take it to the grid program, turn it in, get paid, and then come back and give the gang members some of the money.
Yep. Did you understand?
Now here goes my question.
And you see this, right? It's exactly how the fake FBI call went. He's playing dumb. You see how Wicked100 is on the other side? Well, let me get this right. So Luce Cannon said this and he did this and did that. I never heard of that. Well, I didn't know anything about that. Like, come on, man. You set this damn call up with this fake attorney, some guy you got on the phone playing, and you expect people to bite on this shit.
Luce has a robbery, a Hobbs robbery. What does that have to do with his robbery?
Bingo. What does that have to do with the robbery? And that's my question.
What does that have to do with the robbery?
Did you understand him to be talking about the ripping off the grid program when he was talking about taking some of the money and giving it back? Henley taking money.
Well, I didn't understand what he was talking about because, again, when he talks, we're not listening for the truth. We're just listening for entertainment. So sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. We're not going to point out what doesn't make sense because we're just going to keep the narrative going and just come to us. So he's saying he was never talking about a robbery. He was talking about guns in the grid program.
Did you think he was talking about a robbery?
Well, maybe. I didn't know what he was talking about either way. But what you probably should go do is listen to the clip and see what he goes in details about. Because whatever he goes in detail about is what they're going to think he's talking about. And again, in the same clip, he stated he had a FaceTime call, which we all knew was bullshit, but it was great for content. It pissed Big U off. The world talked about it. It got 1 million views. We didn't care less. Was this FaceTime clip ever produced by Luce Cannon? Absolutely not. Did he say every week he was going to produce it? He absolutely did. So, again, when we're interviewing him, we're not interviewing him to hear the truth. We're just interviewing the dude for a laugh, bro. So he'll be all over the place. So if Luce Cannon said that's what he meant, then I guess that's what he meant. I couldn't tell you one way or another because I have never seen Luce Cannon and Big U or Luce Cannon and Monster or Monster and Big U together in my life. That was the first time I've ever seen Luce Cannon in person was on that interview. So, you know what a guy's saying, I can't tell him he's lying or telling the truth.
Lying again. The first time he's seen Luce Cannon is on that interview. Like, so you mean to tell me, this how you know Wicked100 is them people. So you mean to tell me, out of all people in the world, that the first time you seen Luce Cannon, you picked him to go on No Jumper to talk about crimes that he was involved with Big U, and just so happenly, the crimes that he talked about with Big U, he got indicted for the shit. And you didn't do this for them people? Fuck out of here, you noodle. Just keeping it a buck. Like, you think we believe this shit? Negative.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Seemed, when he was talking about the grid program and Henley ripping off the grid program, you seemed to understand what he was talking about.
I understand the grid program because we broke the news on the grid program back in 2022, 2023.
And is what Luce is saying about Henley and the grid program accurate?
Well, the thing we understood about the grid program was he has a cell phone that was issued to him by law enforcement to contact them. We just have the grid program contract, what it spells out the things they do. Now, how he does it, if he really does it, we have what he gets paid. He started at $500,000, then it went to $1 million and $1.5 million and like 2.6. How the money comes in and for what reason, it doesn't itemize that. Does he get a bonus for turning in guns? I don't know. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I wouldn't know. Now, Luce Cannon claims he knows. But I think what he's trying to say.
Now you don't know nothing. Oh, when y'all wanted to get Big U indicted, you knew everything. Now you don't know nothing. I wouldn't know, and Luce Cannon knows. Negative. You know everything. You lined everything up. You're behind the whole situation going the way it did. We know who working. It's you, my guy.
Is in the segment at No Jumper, he was saying Big U collects the money from the grid, and then the $20,000 that he gave back, right, came from the grid. Now, I'm going to tell you this as an attorney. Me and you both know the AUSA is going to go off what was said and who was mentioned. That's what you got to, I don't remember him saying he got money back for guns. I don't remember that in that segment. Did you see that in that segment?
Well, I have trouble understanding anything he says.
Because I'm telling you, he's a visual lie. I'm just telling you.
You kept interrupting him, so it was sort of a little of him, a little bit you. And
you know what's wild? That Wicked100 is calling somebody else a liar. How you call anybody a liar, my man?
I wasn't quite sure what story he was telling, but it does sound like it's consistent. He was talking about the grid program, Henley ripping off the grid program. You seem to concur that Henley was getting money that he didn't deserve from the city out of the grid program. And
well, no, I never said he was getting money he didn't deserve, because my stance been he's been cooperating with law enforcement. So, that's been my stance. Whether he deserved it or not, I don't know how well he did his job. You know what I mean? I can't tell you how many people he turned in, and if he turned, I couldn't tell you that. I don't know those details. Luce Cannon might, because they hung together. I've never hung with Big U and Luce Cannon at the same time in my life. So I couldn't tell you.
All right. Well,
I couldn't tell you, but I really think you should just go look at the video.
And can we be real? What would any lawyer have any reason to have this specific conversation with Wicked 100? Why? What would be the reason to have this conversation with Wicked 100? If everybody knows, right, Wicked 100's name is mentioned throughout the case as Big U said this to him and he was going to do this to him and all this shit, right? Not one time did this attorney mention any of those things, right? But they're specifically talking about what he wants them to talk about. Come on, man. Nobody believe this shit. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to all y'all rock with the channel.
And whatever he's saying is what he means.
Yeah, but it's unclear what he's saying.
Well, if it's unclear what he's saying, then that should be the defense, that it's unclear is what he's saying. If he's not saying anything that's a definite, then they shouldn't be able to use it, right?
Yeah, although I'm sort of looking for somebody who understood him and understood what he was talking about to say, yeah, that makes sense. Does that all make sense to you?
Nobody really understands what Luce Cannon is saying. He wakes up in the morning, he hollers, sweetie. You know, we don't say, we just say that's just some shit he calls people to disrespect him. So it's just Luce Cannon. He's like a character, bro. Like, we don't never take the time to take him serious. You get what I'm saying? I'm just being real with you. So if he said some shit, like he told me, I just bought a house in Riverside, I'm over here and over here, complete lie. He told me he just did a $5 million deal. Can you do this paperwork for me? I did all the paperwork for him. Complete lie. So we don't.
Wicked 100, you was saying that you did a $5 million deal with him. You was saying he got 3 mansions and 2 Bentleys and all this shit. You was saying this. Come on, man. You was the one saying it. Stop your cap, you liar. Straight foofafa.
Don't take him serious. And if he said something that has some validity to it, that got the feds' attention, only they would know. We don't know. You know, I don't know what the hell him and Big U had going on. I know he told a story or two. If the stories are authentic or not, I couldn't tell you, brother. I'm just up there to keep the conversation going, whether it's real or not. That's my job. Keep it going. Keep them talking.
All right.
Now, I do want.
That's your job, to just talk about shit, whether it's real or not. Everything you talk about, you make up lies. We know this. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, man.
Understand the grid program? Do you want the contracts? I can send you the contracts to the grid program. We understand it from contracts.
We have it. We have it.
Okay, yeah. So that's our way of understanding what the grid program is through those contracts. I've never witnessed Big U actually doing the transactions or none of that. I've never witnessed that. You know what I mean? So I just know that contract, when it comes from where we come from, is a violation of the street code. We put emphasis on he had cell phones that was issued to him.
Who talks to a lawyer and says that's a violation of the street code? Who says this, man? Stop.
By 77th Street, you know, task force and shit. And where we come from, that's just a no-no. And Big U was denying these things until we got a hold of the contract and was able to show you in fact. And then we got hold of a video with him with the BlackBerry cell phone. Other than that, I can't tell you what that man was getting paid for or wasn't. I could just tell you what the contract spells out.
Were you aware that he was out there collecting guns?
What say again?
Were you aware that Big U was out there collecting guns?
No, that was Luce Cannon's story. I was
Was you aware that Big U was collecting straps? Listen to this shit, man. What attorney says this? Like, come on, man.
Where well, what the grid program spelled out, that turning in guns looked like it was kind of one of the requirements of something he was doing. But as far as me saying I witnessed him, I've never witnessed Big U with a goddamn gun, and I've been knowing the man for 18, 19 years. I've been knowing him since 2024, so I've never witnessed Big U with a gun.
I've been knowing him since 2024. Listen to him. He lies so much, he just can't help it. I've been knowing him 18, 19 years since 2024. He just lies so much, he can't help it. The dates just be everywhere.
Say he was out there turning in guns. That's something Luce Cannon said, and again, it seems far-fetched. From the guy I knew, I don't believe he would turn in a gun. I've never seen him with a gun, but I don't believe he would turn in a gun. But the grid program contract definitely spelled out that this was part of the criteria. Now, whether he did that or not, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Remember, I was been disassociated with him since kind of 2020, mid 2020ish, maybe early 2021. We haven't talked. When Luce Cannon started dealing with Big U, I wasn't around. I've never seen those two men together, never talked to them together. Luce Cannon popped up on my radar 2024 of January to help him promote a show.
He popped up on my radar. Okay.
So I couldn't tell you really what they were doing, what they wasn't doing. But if you want this grid program contract, I can forward it to you. We base all of our knowledge of what Big U does with that from the contract.
All right, I'd appreciate that. I will. I'll text you an email address.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. That nigga thought he was slick. Oh shit. Well, you can concur. I can't concur shit. That nigga said, I don't understand nothing he says either. That's a cold attorney. That nigga Luce Cannon a cold nigga, ain't he? It's the third time he tried to run a play. Hey, bro. I'm glad I'm from the Valley, because that inner city LA shit is crazy. Them niggas be running plays over there. He trying to put all the guns on Big. Nigga said, well, do you think he gets the guns? I've never seen him with a gun.
This shit
ever in my life.
Dude,
I don't know what to get. Wrong nigga to try to subpoena, boy. Your whole shit up. His Luce third attempt, the first one was the video of the murder he was trying to put on Big U. He was telling him he can give him information on the murder. The second time was, remember he had told his attorney, they was telling the DA, Big U shot him and his friend, so they did it out of fear, but we recorded that. I don't know why he got people still calling me. He got to be halfway slow.
Shout out to all y'all that rock with the channel. You know, I appreciate all y'all. Listen, this was supposed to be Luce Cannon's attorney. Yeah, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, man.